Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at around 200 Pact Shards. Not really much to report, having another nice morning of Monster Train before work picks up. It's Monday for me. It's certainly not Monday for you, but maybe it is. It's possible that you're watching this a little bit later than it gets posted. We do have some folks on the channel who are catching up on old videos. There's such a huge backlog of Monster Train that on pretty much any day I decide not to upload something, all of my older videos get a boost in viewership because people are just kind of watching whatever. It's kind of interesting, but it makes sense, right? It's certainly what I would do if I was looking for something like that. You've got such a huge backlog to pick from. I might personally avoid some of my earliest videos because I do think my microphone situation was pretty dismal. I always get some comments about that, right? They're like, oh yeah, I'm starting from the beginning. Oh, but I couldn't finish this episode because the microphone was just that bad. Truly, I get it. I'm not offended by that one. It makes sense. I knew it was bad as well. It's actually one of those cases where I didn't think anything of the channel really up until the point where people actually started watching it, and I said, whoa, okay, let me at least do better by you all. But most importantly, I noticed that I hated it. I hated the microphone situation, so I wanted to fix it. I'm trying to remember what it even was. I think it was just my headset microphone. It's far less, what's it, what are even the right words to describe this? It doesn't have the precision, it doesn't have the audio clarity of my standalone boom microphone. And the truth is, this has been a great microphone in general. I've really enjoyed this one ever since I got it, and I definitely am going to stick with this brand. It's very lightweight in terms of complexity. I could go more complex. I could use non-USB or whatever, but truth is, it works great and it's simple, so I love it. Anyway, a bit of a random early morning ramble. That one confused me. A random ramble. Well, anyway, let's play some Monster Train, shall we? What are we doing? Today, let's see, our previous run was with Architect. That's right. We had a very difficult Divinity with Architect 3 and 2. Man, that's right. We had a Crucible Collector infusion into a Nameless Siren. It did end up having multi-strike with Quick and Incant Armor 2. There was a Pyrestone housing in there with a, was it Spell Chain -2 Drain that was duped that ended up being crucial. It was a tough one though, because was that Drain dupe correct? We could have had a third Siren, but I do think the Drain was important. We suffered a little bit on Divinity, and this was an interesting one. I actually think I had to reset a couple times, but because it was just that tight that we weren't actually scaling effectively, and I was a little too slow. Because there was no self-infused siren, right? We were too slow in that respect. That's the thing that really kind of did it to me. I ended up having a bizarro world infusion that wasn't actually contributing to my run in any meaningful way. It was essentially just a train steward that gave me lifesteal. Not great. It's a run that I think handily wins at 100 shards, right? We were fast enough to beat mini bosses at 100 shards, clearing waves otherwise, not too bad. And I think that we make it through, but it's a run that struggles at 200. We did get the win eventually. It took some finagling. I don't think I would have found the playstyle to do that initially. It was tough. The actual line through the Divinity combat was very narrow. I don't like playing that narrow, but it's one of those cases, some of your runs are just not going to be that powerful at 200 shards. And I mean, Penumbra is one of the victims of the DLC in general, so he isn't adding much power, and certainly Umbra itself is not helping. Regardless, we do get the victory. That's why we don't track win streaks for this. People got upset at me when I did, so fair enough. Moving on, we are now playing Rector. Cool. I don't really have much to add here. I guess I would, let's see. What time is it? 9:30? I'd really like to avoid a long run if possible. It's kind of sometimes I record in the evening, sometimes I record on weekends. In those cases I don't really mind, but in this particular instance, I don't know, I'd like to not spend 2 hours playing Dark Calling. I will if the game makes me, because I do want to win, but I'd like to not have to do that. Anyway, let's do it. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure this is configured correctly. Random, no expert challenge. Alright, let's go. Note to self, this is a Trainwreck episode. Oh no! Monster Train, no! Oh, buddy. This is gonna be this is a really tough one. This would be an extremely bad... This is an extremely bad Dark Calling run if we're shown it, actually. Alright, let's get in on this. Hopefully you're all doing well today. I'm doing fine. Feeling alright this morning. I'm hoping for a little bit of a better run than this, but it's okay. So you'll see what I mean, right? We are default melting Exile Hellhorned, which is a full unit opener, which is tough. It's always tough. Now, fortunately, Rector plays nice with this, but we're facing something that's a little concerning. It's Rage Talos, no big deal. Curse Arcus, no big deal. Diligent Seraph. Trainwreck Diligent Seraph, and my opening has 2 spells in it, because my starting cards are Wicklash, Welder Helper, Remnant Host. This is so all in on units that I have 2 spells in my opening hand. In my opening deck, rather. What the heck? It's almost impossible for me to actually answer Diligence Consume meaningfully. Wow. I mean, you might lean and think, hey, Harvest, but I'm going to really need a strong backline to make Harvest Rector a functional frontline. That's the biggest problem here. It certainly does beat Diligent with raw health if we can get there, but I don't know if we can get there. I guess we'll have to see. Let's look ahead. Temples today, nothing in the early game. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 temples. I'm at least happy about that. We have removal dupe steel side on 8. I'm imagining steel shops being very important given the whole I have nothing but units nonsense. Another good steel shop on 7, vortex money. There is a magic shop. Has a horde if needed. And cave, I guess. It's not bad side actually. Yeah, it's pretty good actually, I think. Okay, well, moving on, removal dupe on 6. If I can use it, I want it, but there is another steel shop. I like the plethora of steel shops, though. It does mean that the earlier game is going to be a little bit light. Yeah, you can see it. We have no steel on 5. It's just a magic shop, and the trinket shop is weird. It has the vortex, but no money. It has pyre health. It's kind of weird. I'm not a huge fan of this. The magic shop may yet still be better. Cave, horde, it's fine. There's stuff in this clan combo that does make relics good, right? You have a lot of things on Hellhorn that could be excellent. Gurg's Goad, for instance, things like that. But then you also have Waxer Snuffer and things. I already do have Remnant Host, so if I do end up going down some kind of a harvest line, it's okay. We'll see. A steel shop on 4 is nice. I'm glad that this steel shop is good. Has a vortex and a remnant banner. Competes with a pretty weak magic shop. Money health, sure. Dupe on 3 is Remnant Banner. We do have no shops on Ring 3. Horde has a Hellhorn banner. Good options, though. I like the banner choices. And then we get banner choices on 2 as well. The Steel Shop having a Hellhorn banner. This could be okay for Harvest Rector if we get a big Rage opener somehow. Maybe find a Rage Imp would kind of turn this in a good direction. We'll see. Collection of Tales, man, I'm gonna grab it. I have no rage in my opener, but Lightstone Casing when your only spells are Wicklash is tough. I can't imagine relying on spells. Diligent will be difficult. Let's take Collection of Tales. Darkforge says, man, Burnout Rector with no spells but Wicklash is decent. He's probably going to die, but you can in Ring 1 you can play all your units out. And then you only end up redrawing Wicklash plus Deadweights, right? So it's not terrible. He's playable early. Now, can I make... Harvest Rector is going to ramp pretty quickly here, fortunately. Pretty quickly. The only question becomes, how do you win on a run like this? It's very reliant on seeing Rage in one of your opening cards. If you don't see it, I mean, I guess maybe you can get away with it on Wicklash, but I really want to avoid overcommitting to Diligent. Overcommitting on spells in a Diligent is going to be tough. It's possible, right? It is something we could do. Maybe we find an answer for it somehow, but it's concerning. Burnout is just a little tricky to me because Burnout is more reliant on spells. It's easy to think otherwise, but Burnout is even more reliant because you have to extend his Burnout or reform him. I'm going to go Accumulator, bizarrely. I think we can get away with it with the Wicklash opener. The Horde, oh man, Divine Horde had to be bad. I'm going to take Faulty Loader. I don't like Consumed Crown or Infused Mallet here. Faulty Loader is a fine relic. It buys you some time, which I like. Mark of Invasion. Sure. I think I'm going to guarantee to see a unit on turn 1, right? So whatever, Rector's fine. Yeah, here you go. Queen's Impling, and then you go Rector in middle. And then we go second Queen's Impling in front. We may as well Wicklash the Impling, so it burns out if it doesn't die on its own. This is fine. Yeah, so it is Impling in front, it is Dragon back, and then you just play out some Train Stewards down below. This is fine. We're not getting Collector, but it's okay. I actually think this is good for strengthening my floor. I trade 75 for 85 or whatever it is. It's all good. Ah, dang, this man hit. I want to make sure Rector attacks into this thing, so let's play a Dreg up here as well. We clear the floor, not that it really matters, but it's fine. Sure. Sure. Bottom, top floor does take the power. A lot, the large swing. We get the drafts swinging. I don't really want to run the math on this, so instead I'm just going to... How many units are passing away? The 2, the 5, and then a draft goes 20. I actually think we get pretty far if I do this. Yeah, it clears middle guy. It does mean 9 swings in the back, so unfortunate, but fine. Remember, playing out units means we just draw the... You just draw the Wicklashes every turn. It's all good. I take another 5. Okay. Fine. And then it's Wicklash on middle. That's pretty decent. And then you may as well play out double armor imps on top. They'll take... There's so much health on this floor, it's impossible for us to lose, right? There's just so much health on the floor. It's crazy good. That's amazing. The Wicklash actually makes that imp die sooner, but it doesn't really matter because of a lot of reasons. Okay. We do see spells of good. Great. We love spells. I would have actually taken a tomb here. Something to put inside the Remnant Host would have been cool, but that's okay. Dripfall is probably decent. I can't imagine that we're going in on Burnout here. Maybe. Maybe? Purifying Cleanse? Hallow Drippings, maybe? I have the Wicklashes. Let's go Dripfall here. I like the Disruption. Yeah, no Rage. No Rage in my opener. Not loving that. What am I going to do? Take Fortify here? I mean, what is this doing? Important work with 7 imps? Alright. It's not terrible. I don't see it. You could maybe go that, but it's so reliant on seeing a Rage Imp. This is just bad. I think Man, do I have to click Fortify? This is so garbage. Just skip it. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Man, I would really love... Like, Magic Shop is just dead to me, right? I mean, Holdover, okay. Wicklash, I guess. If you remove all my units, I get a Holdover anyway. So let's go to the Hellhorned banner, I suppose. Maybe we see something. Multi-Strike plus 25. Can I ever get Branded Warrior going? It's a really hard question. I love Railbeater here. But Railbeater is so dependent on outside scaling. Can he make the Wicklashes work? He's better in general than Branded Warrior. Yeah, I think we're going to go with Railbeater here. I have Wicklashes. I can maybe make it work. I'm clicking the Horde because remember this is a Trainwreck. Conscription Notice? Yeah, alright, sure. Melting Spout is... Well, I mean, I guess it adds 30 health and... Burnout 1 to a Remnant Host. That's kind of bizarro world though, right? Yeah, it just doesn't add much value. Conscription Notice at least does something. Let's take it. I could get a sweeper out of it. We're gonna take the multi-strike. I mean, you're gonna upgrade your guy, right? I okay with the plus 25 on him, or do I need to go a little harder? This is Trainwreck, remember? So him having 60 health is probably pretty decent. But him having 40 health is pretty decent, too. I'm going to take the plus 25 here. Although I might actually consider a Battlestone, believe it or not. 15 by 2 is a decent start. Honestly, it makes his attack do what? 45 opener instead of 30 opener? Because of the melee weakness? Am I going to take a Battlestone? I think I might, actually. This is going to help more early, and I don't think... If I'm losing, it's because I'm not doing enough damage, not because I have 50 health here, right? We could Drip Fall beat the Divinity or something, maybe. Okay. Yeah, let's upgrade him out. I think this is good. We can use Harvest Rector as the front line and move on from here. It's because there's no Steel Shop on Ring 3, I could overstack. There's a lot of reasons for it. Let's look for a unit draft here. I really want to see a Rage Imp. If I see a Rage Imp, I feel like I have direction. If I don't, well, heck. Let's go ahead and Queen's Impling downstairs. This is going to be good. It kills a guy. I like that. I'm going to play Rector. Hey, Lady of the House is very good for this combat. In fact, when I say very good, I mean she's extremely good. Sure, I'm going to play her on floor. Great. I even had Burnout in my opener. Feels good. Yeah, she's going to clobber. Train Steward, go chill middle, I think. It's fine. Bottom floor passes away. It's going to be dicey. It's just true. Yeah, we take hits. I take one to the pyre. It's fine. Just play out a bunch of stuff, pretty much. This is the real challenge. Is okay. Just play stuff because I really don't have that many options. Just get rid of these cards, pretty much, to the best of my ability. I have no space for all the trash in my floor. Well, they at least attack a couple times in the slate. That's fine. I think we win this, right? Burnout extender here, and it's good. You drip fall here, and it's chill. Yeah, it's just raw stats, especially because the lady gets to swing into the melee weakness, which is part of the reason I did that. So I'll take 1 damage for that. All good. Entombed Explosive is probably the take here. Molded is fine, but... Like, Molded is good, but I'm never going to be able to rely on this too heavily. I like Molded a lot, but I think we're going units. I'm going to take the Tomb. Give me a Rage Imp. No! No, it's so bad. Okay, Hornbreak. Alright, it's not Molting Imp, not Welder Helper, Mark IV. Apex Imp. I'm so sad. I mean, you could win with Apex Imp Fortify, right? Kind of. I already did see the 1 multi-strike, though. Do I take this for 10 rage? Maybe. I actually think it might be Branded Warrior. Believe it or not, am I going to skip Apex Imp for Branded Warrior? I think so, actually, as crazy as it is. The challenge will be getting him going, but once they get going, I think they can do it. Think so? Will they ever get going is the question. That's the real challenge, is because the Diligent combat has very few slays and they're very challenging, and I have no seeding damage outside of what the Wicklashes that are going to get burned. It's tough. I almost feel like Apex Imp is just better as an infusion. We'll take the Apex Imp here. I think it's more likely to get value out of that. Let's go to the right, because there are some things I could see. Horned Warrior might be a viable infusion here. I'm going to also look for this Horde, because it could be Gurg's Goat or something. Resonant Shard. My gosh, I have both Rage Relics and no Rage Generators outside of Branded Warrior being shown to me. Apex Imp. Okay, well, we'll take the Shard. I think it's more likely this Shard finds value than anything else. You're going to show me another Branded Warrior. You really want me to take this, huh? Is Branded Warrior ever good enough? 4 Rage is guaranteed to stick around thanks to Collection of Tales. It does more damage. It does do more damage. What are his numbers starting at? With 4 Rage, that's plus 3 per stack for 12 bonus damage. Is that right? No, it's plus 3 per stack. Yeah, and I start with 4, so he does plus 12. Yeah, so that's plus 12 opener, which is 27 by 2. It's pretty flimsy. Maybe Dark Deal shows up. The thing is this gets strong once you actually can get going. The challenge is getting going. There's no Rage Imp on this run. That is a big weakness here. I think you see the Rage Imp and this makes a lot of sense. If you don't, and we didn't, it's tough. Branded Warrior might still be better. I'm going to take him. I hate this 3-unit trash, but I think I kind of don't have a choice. Yeah, okay, Wingmaker. I mean, this is why you overstack your units, right? Because things like this can show up. We're going to do nothing here, and I'm going to take Hef's Consolation into Railbeater. It's really hard to skip this. He goes to 25 by 2. He has the Thunderstone baked in. 1 space. Incredible. He has multi-strike. Amazing. Wingmaker's not actually terrible there. Just admittedly. Pretty decent, but the solo spell into Diligent, you know, I can do better with units, right? Alright, we're gonna go Tomb up top. We get Heck, Branded Warrior, sure. It's a real Branded Warrior, kind of. We're gonna go Apex Imp middle. I'm gonna play out the Branded Warrior here. It's fine. Mid floor is kind of loaded. This floor will crumble to some extent, and that's gonna have to be fine. Play Railbeater in back. It's good. Dumpster as many units as we can reasonably get rid of on bottom. Mid floor I actually think does clear it out pretty much. Kind of funny. I could maybe save this floor. Not really, I guess. Not happening. Play out units. Play out units. I'm going to go ahead and play Queen Zimpling upstairs and then shoot the Queen Zimpling because I would like the extra 5 health. Mid floor passes away, of course. Not entirely surprised by this. I wanted to put a unit on this floor for sure. I need to play out my units so that I might get away with... Yeah, the real thing is I want to be able to redraw just Wicklashes, if possible. Just Wicklashes would be great. Yeah, we drop the Remnant Host here. That's a big swing for me up top. I'm going to go ahead and keep working on bottom floor, I think. And then you may as well drop in Welder Helper. Again, we're just trying to get rid of them, is the thing. So, I think we're doing okay into this combat. We don't have any scaling, we have a very jank floor, and it's just kind of going to be okay. Like, I'm guaranteed to draw into this other Wicklash here, so I can actually lean into it to some extent, which is cool. Yeah, you just go ahead and hit the Wicklash in the back. Like, we're guaranteed to draw it. I know it's scary, but it's fine. Play out the other imp. This is scary, but okay. We can refine this as well, right? Yeah, we're guaranteed to hit. Incredible, we did it. And then you just play out this thing here. We shoot the boss, it's fine. We do burn that melee weakness, kind of funny. But there's really just not a lot of cards left, so you just keep seeing the Wicklashes, and then that's actually scalable. That is a winning ability. Yeah. Kind of crazy. It does get there, but slowly. Slowly. Well, Wax and Spike is not terrible. Intent on Death? I mean, that's not terrible either. Remnant Pact is actually probably the best thing here. You can... there's a chance you can Remnant Pact Rector on a lower floor. I don't think that's likely, but I'm going to at least grab it. I really would like to see, you know... Does it have to be Wax and Spike? I can get multiple rail beaters down and damage scale them. I'm going to take the Wax and Spike. I think we actually need anything we can get. Alpha Fiend, Tycoon, Thug. No, we have the rail beater. My infusion options are already better. Space is tempting here, but I am helped in a major way by the 1 space on rail beater. Let's go ahead then and... What am I going to do then? I think I like the idea of draw first. Yeah, we'll draw first. Now, can I get Wicklash to solve itself? I can get rid of so many cards. This is... What do you mean? Okay. I need us to think about this, perhaps, objectively. This is a very silly Malika because my whole deck is cards like that would love to get removed. It's so many removals. The question is, can I actually win without harvesting at all? I mean, I guess you can harvest by just burning your Queen's Implings, but what the heck? It's so good to remove all this trash, get rid of all of the imps pretty much, and then leave in maybe like a couple dregs and the tombs, and that's it. And then we go down to what, like 10 cards? It's basically just like Rector, my banner unit, and the dead weights. It gives me Endless, which is good on Remnant Host. Man, why couldn't I have had like a Wickless Baron infusion? I would have loved to see that. I could still look for it too. Go Remnant Banner here. I don't really have Magic Shop value. I mean, I guess I could see a Holdover or a Remove Consume on Wax and Spike. That's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. But a Baron infusion might be really good here, right? That's what, a +2/+2? Let me look at this logbook real fast. I have to make sure I click logbook. If you hit back to menu by accident there, you actually lose the Malika event. It's really sad. Unit, Baron. What's Baron's infusion? It's +2/+2, right? Yeah, it really should have been +3/+3, but fair enough. Okay. The removals are so killer here. And Rector almost certainly prevents my actual backline from dying. I'm going to take the wheel. I think this is just simply too strong to skip. Now, can we get the heal? I don't know if I can get away with that. The healing here is interesting. We have a lot of health. I'm not really worried about Railbeater dying, but I guess it's like just randomly 4 health to... Yeah, I'll take the small guy. We're not taking Judgmental Fittings, though. I don't have the spells to benefit from anything else. Now, the question becomes, do I hunt the Baron Infusion? Because we could make some serious numbers work here. I'm going to go for removals anyway. I mean, the thing is that everything goes away. So what even are the removal choices here? Is Baron good enough? Is what I have good enough, what I should say. I'm going to go Magic Shop. There are enough. There's like a Remove Consume I would take, and there is a Holdover I would take. I think we go left here, actually. I would go right, except for the fact that Wheel is going to clear everything. So I have like 50 removals chilling. Yeah, we get the Remove Consume here, which is very good, and a -2. All right, so we're going to go ahead and -2 Remove Consume Wax and Spike. That's solid. I'm glad to have that. Okay. -1, I guess I'm gonna -1 each Wicklash. There's no reason not to. Maybe they show me a holdover here. They don't. Permafrost, I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and -1 the Wicklash. Removals I don't have to worry about. That was strong enough. We're gonna go Harvest 2. Because, although Burnout is tempting, the problem is I really don't want to force my floor into a bad situation with Rector burning out quite yet. I'm going to go Harvester 2 here. I might pivot to Burnout on Ring 7 if they show it to me, but otherwise, I'm actually just okay with Harvest 2 here. Gosh, what a bizarre world run. I do need to do an infusion or something is going to go away, right? Branded Warrior, I think you're the play. Better than Apex Imp in the end. They'll have to do, I think. I mean, Apex Imp is stats now, which I like. And then I go in on the Wicklash. I'm really hoping... I'm gonna have to go to every dupe and pick just spells, right? And just, like, dupe every single time on that Wax and Spike. I guess so. I really don't have choices at this point. So we're going dupe on 6, dupe on 8. I mean, of course I was anyway, but... The question is, can I get away with just winning off of Wicklash scaling? Or do I need the Branded Warrior Rage? I think any killing I think we're going to go Branded Warrior here. And I'm going to just remove Apex Imp. As bizarre world as it is. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Branded Warrior. I think this is better. He's going to get kills. Alright, fine. The Purge Stone, absolutely not. We're going to have enough dupes here that we'll go over 100. I'm not concerned about it. These next two combats are scary anyway. Yeah, here's the man. Don't take this relic. My god. There it is. Conduits plus Scary Man. Now, can you win on bottom floor? Maybe. Probably. I think so. Ooh, buddy, yes. It's good. Let's go ahead and rail beater down. He gets multiple kills. It's very good. Now, he gets the frontline man taken out. I think 15, 15, 30. I need to play the Baron. I'm gonna put the Dreg in back because he's going to die, but it happens at the end of turn. Does that mean that he gets the attack first, right? He attacks first, of course. I knew that that was happening, yes. So that's solid, and I can play the Baron middle, and that clears everything, and then the rest of this is essentially just... Yeah, the rest of this is just remove my units, pretty much. I'm saving the tomb. I'm doing that intentionally. Remember, these things go away when they get played, okay? They go away. So let's toss the Impling in front. I actually could toss the Impling in middle here, kind of oddly. He does die, which is good. It's true. I'm going to play out a Dreg. Apex Imp will get removed at some point. I'm just debating on whether or not the Wax and Spike is more correct now. 4 turns. No, I don't think it is. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just play out units then. Let's Impling upstairs. Because it dies, and then we play the Apex Imp. I'm okay with Apex Imp passing away, right? We're not going in on Wax and Spike yet. All these things are getting purged out. Top floor looks like it's going to be okay. Leave the tomb in. Hornbreak in middle, absolutely. Okay, great. Play the Welder Helper down. He's going to die anyway. I'm great with that. Top floor... Drop in the Train Steward. It's okay. I realize I take 1 damage for this, but remember I'm also balancing who's getting removed when. So, and I want an Apex Imp to stick around for 1 more turn. Okay. We're getting to the point where I think we almost... Yeah, we've generated rage, actually, believe it or not. I almost can play the Wicklashes. I just can't take that risk quite yet. Dregs... out. Goodbye, my friends. So many purges. Good grief. Down to 16 cards here. I'm going to go ahead and... Apex Imp's out here. We're winning bottom floor. Keep that in mind. I think we Train Steward middle here. They might pass away. I'm not sure. End of turn, I think it happens, and then we move down. So then we Wax and Spike here. Do we? Yeah, I think we Wax and Spike here. I think I might actually win already. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna click it here. We're going right into Relentless. So I'm not mad about this. Does this man die? They die on middle. It's amazing. Good. And then we can get rid of a last Queen Zimpling here. Chillin'. Chillin'. It's good. It's good. We're down to like 15 cards, and I do actually still have some random trash in it. Those Train Stewards are gone, though. We have 1 Impling left, I think. That's good. I'll take it. Votivary. Well, everything's going to have Endless anyway. I'm just going to Endless Remnant Host here. I'm going to go ahead and click Resin Removal because screw you, Diligent. Absolutely. I desperately need something. I'm glad I didn't take the important work. Go ahead and grab Impetabox. I'm looking for spells here. 14 cards is terrifying. Here we are, buddy. Behold, the remains of my run. It looks so much better, actually. I don't need holdover. We're just looking for dupes on stuff. Removals are not important. Let's go to the right. We'll look at the magic shop, sure. The Horde is maybe good. Queen's Tail, hilarious. There are no remaining imps except for the Queen's Impling. Yeah, whatever. Precious Plating, let's go. Sure. Overstack me, baby. Yeah! Minor Refraction, fully unnecessary. Nothing can take it. Amazing. This Minor Refraction actually does nothing for me. So what do? Do you make huge imp? You might as well make huge imp, play him on a lower floor, I guess. It's actually bad. I want to play him on my thing. Do I just walk away? This is really funny, actually. Do I just walk away? Immediately, I'm like, ah, dang, I wish I had Wingmaker, but you can't predict it. It's funny, but I don't think there's... I think we actually just leave. As much as I would love to major refraction Railbeater, it is the losing play, and everything else is one space. We just leave. Fades in acknowledgement of your departure. It's one of the most depressing things I've seen. That's okay. We have to take stuff. I'm going to go ahead and spell chain a Wicklash. I could skate by potentially on the idea of just leaving in spell chain copies. Intrinsic. That's funny. It's very funny. We're going to go ahead and do Entombed Explosive. I don't need to do this infusion now, as long as I don't sacrifice these guys. Yeah, okay. I'll Intrinsic a Dripfall, I suppose. Remember, this is a 200 shard run. I need to vaguely think about this, right? Where are we at? So many temples. It's going to be hard because I can at least take plus 30s. Thankfully, Hornbreak exists in my run, so there's that. What else do we have, though? Let's think. Okay. Now the dupes are Wax and Spike, which is a 15 shard, so a 10 shard dupe. Okay. Now it could be... I could also dupe Railbeater 1 point, which is a 15, so maybe that's good. Second one of them. It is nice to have Branded Warrior on the floor an extra time. It's going to be tough to scale him, but it's nice because we're duping the Wax and Spike, so it might be fine. Alright, so assume there's 25 shards for duping, which takes me to 120. Okay, 120 there. I then have... I could take plus 30s, so there's what, 25, 25, 25. That's 195. I have to then... I have to do some kind of an infusion, but I am going to plan on that, so... I think we're okay. I don't have to take this intrinsic, which I actually think is okay with me. Yeah, I just have to do the infusion at some point, which was the plan anyway. -1s, I mean, you might as well, right? I'm going to click the -1s into Dripfall and Resin Removal here. I'm not spending my money on anything else. Permafrost, I guess? My deck is so tiny, I don't really care. I want to save every slot on Hornbreak because I might need plus 30 on this or something. So we're going to just take the Resin Removal down. I guess we chill it this much money. It's fine. 95 shards in a ring 5. I think we're reasonably powerful here. Yeah, Crystal Cloak, you're going to get bodied, brother. I'm not afraid of you. Spikes is terrifying to an extent. Remember, I cannot let Railbeater die or we lose. He does have a lot of life. 50. But he's taken 4 a turn. Sweepers. This relic is never going to be good enough. I mean, there's Waxer Snuffer, but all the Imp relics have now suddenly been disabled. I want to play top here because, and this will make sense, because I want to... What's the word I'm looking for? I want to have turns to draw into Resin Removal on Crystal Cloak. We are going to accept the Ember Drain here. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Yes, Siren of the Sea, that's pretty funny. My goal here is drop in Branded Warrior. I'm going to go ahead and double Welder Helper here. I wanted this armor on my guy is the thing. I'll play out the Siren later. I'm not afraid of this. That's okay. The harvests are good. Great. Wicklash is your friend. I am going to take the Queen Zimpling for the harvesting here. Yes. He's going to die anyway. It doesn't matter. I can get away with Wicklash, Wicklash, Wicklash. You're at 6 burnout. That's pretty good. Drip Falls. I'm not going to mess with this. Okay. Yeah, and now this is essentially my run, right? This is it. So we get Wicklash, Wicklash. I drop in the Waxen Spike, and I toss down a Wicklash in front. We get double kills here. I'm not sacrificing Remnant Host. And this is what we're looking for, right? This is the floor. I'll play the Siren out, right? I'm gonna put the Siren behind. No, I'll put it in front. It's fine. Sure. And then we can go resin removal here, which is nice. I'm just going to go ahead and ping things because incants are valuable in this instance. I'm going to drop this other guy, I think. Doesn't really matter to me if he walks up or not. Yeah, I'd rather the incant, sure. The biggest concern being I need to make sure my floor does not die. I think I have enough life to live here, though. Okay, let's drop Spikes guy. I need to armor up. I need my man not to be attacking into this for 10. Let's drop him out. I want to make sure I'm not taking that hit. I then wish to Waxen Spike into the floor. We're gonna now play the Wicklash into Siren, save the Remnant Host. Fine. Resin removal on boss. Incredible news. Let's keep this going. I'm going to drop the guy in middle because, again, I don't want us swinging into it. I need to play resin removal because it bodies Crystal Cloak. Good. We're going to go ahead and ping out things on middle. It matters. True. I do want to extend the burnout where possible. We have 14 in the back, it's enough. I guess I could put some back there. It's not that big of a deal, right? Yeah, sure, whatever. It does not really matter. Okay. Alright. Let's Horn Break. It's good. It's resin removal on this floor. It does save the spikes. Incredible. We actually do a great job here. Now we can just pump these numbers up and chill. Right? Wax and Spike. Good. Damage. I mean, I think we win this, right? We get away with it? Yeah, we just drip the boss. She stands no chance, in fact. It's kind of crazy how powerful we got with these plays. So, cool. Alright, great job. 1 round. And then we get endless on everything. And we feel much better about this. I am gonna snag... What? Crushing Demise? Hard to skip. Kill a mini-boss. Take it. Inferno, Branding Right. Branding Right's pretty good, actually, because I heal thanks to the Vial of Tears I'm getting, and it is armor for Railbeater. Sure, why not? We'll grab it. We'll take it. Give me Vial of Tears. Great. Give me Immortality Potion. Great. Incredible. We're doing excellent now. Now we feel great. We go to the dupe, of course. 10 in piercing. I don't love this, but I am going to 10 in piercing Hornbreak. Remember, we have to take this stuff. I'm going to -2 branding right. I didn't vocalize this, but that's actually a great use for this. We're going to immediately go tomb into tomb here. Cool. It's good. It's endless, so I love it. My removals are dead, but that's fine. And now I think it is the Waxen Spike, right? We're going to be drafting cards to hopefully offset Diligent to some extent. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's bad but I need to be duping spells here. It's really important. Wax and Spike, make another one, please. Okay, make another one, please. Tenon Piercing. I don't want to take this, but I do think I need to, so sure. Alright, Hornbreak, good job, I guess. Gross. Alright, let's move on. I mean, what do I remove from this point? Nothing? Nothing. Actually nothing. Goodbye, removals. I have 15 cards in my deck. I'm drawing 6 a turn. We're very strong into every combat except for Diligent. So, keep that in mind. Now we can just play this Remnant Host and chill. So, behold my strength. Horned Warrior. Sure, bud, why not? Let's get you on the floor. I love that for me. Let's go ahead and Branding Right out these critters. They burn out. I guess I could have waxed and spiked first, but I wasn't planning on doing it on this turn anyway, so it's fine. Harvest. Enemies. Let's take care of some of these guys downstairs. I would like very much to begin burnout. So let's go ahead and Remnant Host bottom floor and then Crushing Demise that floor out. And then the rest of this becomes... yeah, the rest of this is entirely just play out my burnout extenders. So it's good. If I burn out Horned Warrior, I don't care about him. Fine. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and Entombed Explosive upstairs. Yes, I'm going to shoot it immediately. It's good. Great news. I am going to Resin Removal the boss so I can pummel him, and I'm going to Daze the Curse Friend. Cool. It's good. I actually think we're in a pretty decent space here. I can armor up in the back. This is armor that is preserved. I guess I'm going to burn the Imp in a Box and see what we see. I really need to be careful about this Imp in a Box. Although, just high roll Impish Scholar and go nuts. A Fledgling Imp, we got it. We did it. Just hit Fledgling Imp freely normally, right? Doesn't really matter. Just play it out. That's kind of dumb and incredible. I have to be really careful. I didn't realize spawned garbage comes with Endless. Imp in a Box can be really bad for me now. That's funny. Way to Contrition, Way to Contrition. I'm going to again sacrifice the Remnant Host on mid-floor, I think. I'll play out the Fledgling Imp, sure. Get him, bud. And then we just go all in on everything on mid-floor, I think. Or top floor, rather. Sure. It is free damage in. We're pushing through. Yeah, all good. Thank you, Remnant Host. Very cool. What is this? Oh no, it's a Rally Shard floor. I hate it. How do I save my units from passing away? I could sacrifice even more units. Top floor is looking fine. I'm actually just going to play this Tomb... no, not there. I'm going to play a top floor. So the answer here is we play this. I drop in Wax and Spike, but I'm actually going to rip my own Imp off the floor because I don't want that curse. Fair. Fair enough. And then we're going to shoot a Curse Friend downstairs. The rest of this is click Wax and Spike. Click Resin Removal wherever it matters. I guess it doesn't, but it's fine. We click it anyway. Sure. All good. That's one guaranteed curse. It's better than it could have been. Alright. Way better than it could have been. I mean, at this point, just high roll the Rage Imp and you're powerful enough, right? But I think the Remnant Host is just better because I can just Wax and Spike this floor now and ignore the Imps. It's fine. Yeah. We're actually okay. If you hit that Endless Impish Scholar, words are so difficult. Good grief. You actually pop off in a major way, which is very cool. Honestly, I feel pretty good about this run right now. If I can find an Impish Scholar, I actually think we potentially solve this run in a very major way that I'm really excited about. Because that does just fully override pretty much everything here, right? Diligent no longer fears, I no longer fear him. Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with this line, right? You get a branding right, we just kind of play out the stuff. Everything's good. Yeah, it's really strong, actually. We do a lot of damage here. Okay, I love that imp in a box. That's good. Another Wax and Spike. I'm taking something here, and you can't stop me, and it's going to almost certainly be Dark Deal. That is a ridiculously good scaler when I have both Rage Relics. Yeah, click it. Just click it, buddy. Everything is endless. Hallowed Halls is terrible. Card draw? Card draw. Card draw. There is the thought of space, but I don't need the space, right? Eventually, I dupe maybe the Rail Beater, and then I stop playing the Conscription Notice unit on the floor. So it's just Rector, 2 Rail Beaters, and Remnant Host, and that's 5 space, and we're good. So we take space, draw here. Yeah, cool. That's pretty decent. Let's go Magic Shop, because making things free is good, I think. And maybe we see another Overstack. Would be fun. Spell Chain. Okay. Purge. I really don't want to Purge. It's bad. I have to consider this, though. Grab everything else first. Improved Firebox. That could be a really good payout for a turn 1 on one of my 2 Wax and Spikes. It's better than Tempered Talisman here, since I'm self-pinging in a lot of cases, with both Dark Deal and Branding Right. So we'll take the Firebox, sure. I'm going to go Harvest 3. Yes. And I'm going to Merchant of Magic. We got to make things cheaper. Crushing Demise, go to 0, please. Save the Hornbreak investment. Would I take a holdover here? No. No. Caverns. See what we hit. Oh, Railforger's Hammer. Sure, I'll take the space. This just means I can put Conscription Notice on the floor now. I won't say no to it. At best it dies. At worst, well, rather, at best it helps. At worst it dies. Yeah, I'll take the hammer. Sure. It's good. That's a free space relic that I didn't need, but I'm happy to have and certainly can use. We're going to spell chain something, and I think that this is going into Dark Deal here because there's so much value to be had. I can spread this around. It's nice. You could argue Crushing Demise. You could argue Branding Right. You could argue a lot of things. You could even argue Imp in a Box to fish for another Impish Scholar or something, but yeah, you could really go fishing. I'm going to put it in a Dark Deal because this feels powerful. This feels hecka good. Alright, 170. If I take a dupe, it can be on a Rail Beater, which is 15 shards for 185, which means I have to be able to take either both these plus 10s or the plus 15 on ring 8. Can I take every plus 15? I can slot a plus 30, yes. I can slot spell chains, yes. I can take minus 2s. I know what you're thinking. Where would you put them? I would just put it in a Hornbreak, and it would be disgusting, but it would be fine. Okay, so we actually do hit 200 exactly. Kind of perfectly. Let's move. Okay. Alright, we're fine. Ancient Hate does not frighten me. If I lose, it's not because of Spell Shield. Yeah, fine. God, what a horrifying floor. Look at this. Look at that. Full upgraded Conduit floor 1. It's okay, we're actually pretty fast at least. Tycoon. I actually can get Tycoon on the floor, which is crazy. I can. I'm going to put him in the back. You ask why? I'd like something that could take the melee weakness hit here and maybe kill a backline Conduit or something. Rail Beater, inbound. Now, do I Hornbreak out one of these guys? No. I think my play is actually Hornbreak in the front to set this man up for death. I'd like to leave the Conduit. I'm pretty sure I can answer this mathematically. Alright, Wicklash in middle. Now, we do get to drop Humondo Wax and Spike on this floor. It's great. Big damage jumps. I'm almost certainly dripping the collector here. I'm trying to think where everything goes. We're going to go ahead and play Dark Deal upstairs. It's definitely Remnant Host. He needs to die. And I'm going to do one Dark Deal on him. Or rather, I think it's going to be the Branding Right on him. Yeah, fine. It's good. It's a good turn for it. I have no Wax and Spikes. I want Dark Deal into my guy. That he's doing 117 by 2 now. I'm going to Dripfall Collector. I'm going to go ahead and take the Imp in a Box because it could be... Well, it could have been something better than that. I could Crush. I'm not going to. Fine. Okay. I do have the ability to get the Collector. So let's get the Collector. This is our first choice here. Just get that Collector. Alright, Remnant Host down. I need him next. He isn't dying, which is bad. I'm going to go ahead and drop the resin removal on this floor, which I think is nice. Let's go ahead and think about this otherwise, though. I would really like Rector to kill the front guy. So he has melee weakness. Remember, if you hit the Remnant Host from this position, I didn't think about this. I should have put him in back. This is a mistake on my part. If I put him in back, I could ping him out, and this is actually clean. Problem is, if I put the draft down, he eats the melee weakness here. Not good. So we get around this in a few ways. All right, we actually clear the floor easily by doing this, which I'm great with. I'm going to lean in on this Wicklash here. It's valuable. I do want our backline guy doing some damage, so then we just send Wax and Spikes here. He actually does hit and steal this, but because of the Wax and Spikes we go over. Kind of a weird situation. It's fine, though. Okay, he's actually going away now. Great job. Good. Cool. I've really got to be careful about these Impetus boxes. I'm glad I didn't spell chain that. But I do like the idea of if I see Impish Scholar, it kind of saves me on Diligent. That is a nice play. I'm going to toss down the Branding Right on Railbeater. He gets healed here, so I don't really mind this. We chill on every other piece of this run. We gain 103. We're actually earning a ton of gold as well. Tycoon was such a ridiculous hit here. It's kind of outrageous. Oh, the swing is so good. The swing is so good. Amazing. Get the armor in middle. I love it. I am going to also click Wax and Spike here. It's still really good. Once you get going, though, I don't really have to worry about too much, right? I don't really need to click that many spells. It's kind of an interesting situation to find yourself in, right? Yeah, it's just bizarre. But if I can get away on Diligent with scaling like this, once you get going, maybe the Branded Warrior carries the rest of the floor. It's hard to say. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We're making a ton of money, though, which is incredible news. And our scaling is outrageous here. Just truly something to behold. Go ahead and drop this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put the Impling down in front as well. I want it to die, and I'm going to... it's a shame. Can't really gamble on this, I don't think. A single mess up on the Crushing Demise. It hits... Yeah, this is... Just leave it as is. I'm not going to fish for that 5 gold on a 2 and 4. Cool. Just hit end turn. We get a lot of kills here. We earn money. Tycoon did a good job, honestly. And... Harvest Rector is an absolute truck at this point, so that's pretty cool. Second resin removal, maybe. Engulfed in Smoke is not bad. Divinity is a thing, right? Right. Sure, I'll take the Engulfed in Smoke. It's a better -2 target. Sure. Impressive. That's terrible. Branding Right, number 2. Again, these spells are good because I'm not really spending my Ember on anything. I'll take a Branding Right, sure. I'm trying to increase density so that I actually have a chance against Diligent. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of. Don't count the spell chains because they kind of count, but they kind of don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, but a lot of spell chains. I think we can do it. Let's go for the dupe. Of course, it's going to happen. I'm going to duplicate where you knew it was coming. A rail beater finally gets the second lad on the floor. It's good. I have to take the plus 30 here. And you know what? Fair enough. Hornbreak, get that upgrade, buddy. There's a reason I didn't put the -1 in it. 200, we make it. Combustible wax is pretty funny. Cleansing water is not terrible. Removals are essentially a non-point for me, which is crazy. Multi-strike, remnant host. I might do that just for the memes. Because I'm not going to remove cards. I have nothing to cut. I have removed all of my starters in glorious fashion. Combustible wax, I'm so far ahead on burnout, it just does not make any sense to do this. Is Scorched Steel a pure negative? My only self-pings are piercings? That's actually true. Alright, I'll click it. I have a lot of money. I may as well take the cleansing water. We'll spin this. What do we get? Encased Ember? Obnoxious amounts of Ember when my Remnant host dies. He is a tomb, right? I'm not wrong. Yeah, alright, fair enough. I'll click it. Sure. Resin block. I don't think I'm actually leaning into this, but I'm going to click it anyway. I guess I could take the exploding candle. Kind of. It's kind of a weird situation. I'm applying burnout to the floor so it dies, and then it does 5 damage AoE. You know what I'm going to take instead? I'm going to take resin block instead for the memes, and I'm going to give a... Oh, I can't afford the multi-strike. I am a fool. Oh, I've done it to myself. Alright, bud. No, it's fine. I was going to give him multi-strike so that he has a multi-striking lad, the Remnant host, but it's all good. I think we're fine. 200 out of 100. Don't remove anything. Move on from here. 19 cards in my deck. It's tough, but it's good. 10 in piercing. I don't want to make branding right or anything else hurt me more, so we move on. It's fine. Sure, sure, sure. Now I should be able to jam everything onto a floor here, which is pretty cool. Now here's the question. Can I play bottom floor? He does 60, and then 75, and then 75. Bottom floor is good in a lot of ways. The problem, of course, being that I can't kill the tomb unless I burn my Hornbreak on turn 1. I guess we can look at our imp in a box, actually. Oh, Rage Imp. Okay, okay. I think we can play bottom floor, shockingly. Arc is nuts. Kind of. Okay, and then we can drop in the Rage Imp, which is actually kind of huge here. I want him in front so he tanks. Yes. Clearing the floor. And then I want to drop in the Remnant host here. Now, the Remnant host does need to pass away, I think. But I think what we're actually going to do is I'm going to kill the Imp here and not the Remnant host. It's tough because I want to wax and spike this floor, but because Hornbreak costs 1, if I do it in that order, I can't get it to work. It's a hard call. I'm going to go ahead and play Shark upstairs. And then I'm going to give him a Welder Helper action. This is just because Diligent disrespects the floors. He doesn't chase you. So he's going to drop random garbage throughout this run. And I want to make sure the Titan Sentry can catch it. I think we're going to shoot the Imp then. And then we drop the Burnout here. And that's about as good of a turn as we're going to get. Alright, I want them to Rage Scale, essentially. What am I doing now? Let's burn the branding right here. Ah, it's not a good branding right burn. I could just resin removal. It's a very powerful resin removal that I want to play anyway. Let's take this crush middle and get rid of it, I think. That's fine. And then we can resin removal the boss, which is huge. And then I can drop in the Rage Imp that we just high rolled into. And we start extending the burnouts on our back friends. important. Sure. If Rector dies, I don't really care. He loses his rage, but it's fine. Yeah, see, here's your top floor situation. That's really good. We want Remnant Host to land. We want Fledgling Imp to land. I'm going to take Vengeful Shards out. And I don't play a spell this turn. Cool. Thanks. Seems good to me. Alright, I need to extend Burnout or I think we're going to lose our Rector here. So what's my cut? I think we can finally burn the resin removal on this turn. It's a good turn to get rid of stuff. Sure, let's do it. I'm going to play out this Vengeful Shard because I don't feel like taking this 1 damage. Maybe. We'll extend Wicklash Rector. Yeah, he deserves it. Good job, buddy. Everything here is free. So we want to play Fledgling Imp, Vengeful Shard, Wax and Spike now. Oh, actually, it works out, right? I don't have to self-ping. Yeah, you Wax and Spike like this. And then we take these armor into front Rail Beater, and we chill, I think. Sure, this seems solid. Cool. I think we actually are clearing everything now, which is good. Getting the Rage Imp is just like free real estate, right? I don't play a spell here. Any turn where I can get away with not playing a spell is actually a really big win. Yeah, the Rage Imp actually solves Diligent in kind of a very impressive way. Cool. And then top floor also chillin'. Thank you, Titan Sentry. Very cool. Although I think I am going to burn the Drip Fall here. I'd like to play the Wicklashes, right? Like to get those Wicklashes down, and I would also very much like to get some additional rage in the back. Cool, good. Thank you, Shark. Very cool. Look at this. Shark is incredible. What an incredible unit. Now this is burn my branding right. Yes, we're good. I just have to think about the order of operations here. We're going to burn branding right, for sure. Is Vial of Tears 5 health? Man, that's crazy good. What good scaling. I can Wicklash, of course. My goal here being I want my floor not to pass away. And then we drop the Wax and Spike. I guess it's actually better to play out ping one of these units, right? Because it pushes like 1,000 damage through to the boss, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty solid. And then we win on a pure harvest run with this floor. Crazy. Yeah, we easy win this in sort of glorious fashion. Could even stealth here and it's just even better. Yeah, it's crazy how good that is. Wow. It's so outrageous. We have a Rector that has over 1,000 health. Amazing. Incredible news. Absolutely clean. Why was I even afraid of Diligent? I don't even know what was wrong with me. Just hit. Just play an incredible harvest run. I don't actually know how this harvest run came together. This is a wild run. This run is out of control. Also, really good Engulfed in Smoke hit, but bad not being able to capitalize on the Wax and Spike here. It's okay. What do I get today? Animus of Speed? You're pretty depressing. I'm going to be honest with you. Not very impressed with Animus of Speed here. Do I even want you on the floor? No, I'd rather play an Imp on this floor or something. We just let her sit, I think. It's kind of sad, but it's fine. I'm going to take the Engulfed in Smoke here. Of course, we're going to be able to go ahead and take double rage into my opener on Rail Beater. Love to see that. I can get kills with this. We're not going to do it. I don't want to steal Slays. The Faulty Loader into Slays is a very important pick. Let's go ahead. Crack the Imp in a box first. What do we see today? Fire Chomper, Queen Zempling. Honestly, pretty bad. If I'm being real with you, that's pretty rough. Yeah, those are not great. Okay, well, in that case, we definitely want to do Entombed Explosive upstairs. The Remnant Host needs to drop in first. Rail Beater, he lands. Now, this is terrifying. We're going to put some armor in the back because we're scared, and I think that's reasonable. Diligence, a scary floor. I could have maybe played middle here. I've been fast enough. Man, I could have played middle here. That's a weird realization. Huh. I was a little leery, but with the setup and the resin removal, middle floor would have actually functionally worked. And the dark deal on turn 1. So if I lose here because sweep damage is too much, I don't think I will with the stealth and the branding rights. And of course, Harvest Rector is a free win if he gets the Relentless. But I also have the Endless, so it's kind of not that bad. Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin the process. I'm going to do like 90 damage to the front enemy here. Well, I should actually crush bottom, I think. Even better. Even better. Incredible. I'm going to do the 90 here. He'll get healed a little bit, but it's fine. No Wicklash right now. This is going to be tricky, I think. But it's fine. By the way, it's a good thing I didn't get combustible wax with the drafts, huh? Interesting. Alright, go ahead and drop branding rights. I need to make sure of this. Remember, we have healing. We have a lot of things working in our favor here, so plan around it. Boss hits this. Yes, it's good. Drop. We're going to play the Wicklashes here. We're going to get this going. That's the plan. And then we drop double Wax and Spike here. We do our best. Cool. They got some slays. I'm good with it. They got some slays. I'm fine. We're going to go ahead and stealth upstairs. I think that's important. It is unfortunate getting the stealth and the drip falls on the same turns, but, you know, it could have been worse. Go ahead and resin removal out the spikes floor. I'm glad to see that. Play a Wicklash. Play a Remnant Host. Chillin'. I could split this floor up a bit as well if I want to. No, I think I'm okay. I'm actually going to split up the heavies, now that I'm thinking about it a little more. I want to do this because I am a harvest floor. Yeah, I think this is actually going to be good. I didn't draw into a Rage Imp or an Impish Scholar or anything super busted, so buying some time here will be wise. Yeah, this clears everything. We'll crush middle. Not ideal. We hit the front guy. It would have been better to hit literally anything else, but it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and dark deal in the back here. The hope is I want to get him over a threshold. We take the branding right, though. It's good. Hornbreak. I'm going to put this into back friend. Okay, fine. We do clear that floor. It's pretty good. We get slays out of it, too, which is also pretty good. By the way, cleansing water fully popping off. Dripfall on boss. Incredible timing. Thank you. Course, playing our Remnant Host friend here. It's good. I want to keep the branding rights going. Of course, they're very strong. I get the resin removal this floor anyway. Wax and Spike is big. Crushing bottom? Yeah, just kill a man. It's good. I like it. Yeah, fine. We clear this floor out pretty good. I mean, the thing is Relentless is free, right? As weird as it sounds, Relentless is free. Now, I am leaking a man entirely here. Never mind. As soon as Rector dies, he actually goes over 290. He just kills the front guy. I was like, our numbers are actually leaking a man because of the thresholds, but this works out in our favor. I was thinking I would drop in the Animus of Speed if I needed to, but Rector is so strong here that he absolutely crushes. Rector cannot be defeated. Yeah. Rector is actually just too powerful here. It's great. I would like to burn out Extend Rector then. Yeah, make my man stronger. We are going to go ahead and click the Hornbreak here because I would like to push more numbers through to the boss. It's good. I also think this could be a really good opportunity for Pyre Chomper into Wax and Spike for even bigger numbers. I do like that combo here. Even if I have to redraw this guy, I don't mind that. A turn like that can get away with it. Stealth. Friend. Stealth is friend. We're looking pretty good here. I'm going to be real with you. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I could math out the thresholds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Dark Deals into Rector because he is the king. Yeah, he's the king here. And as long as he doesn't burn out, he wins Relentless. So I don't really care that much. Let's get rid of a Curse. I could have pushed more damage through, but I'm actually okay with this. Yeah, it's fine. That might have actually been... No, it wouldn't have been a kill. We easy win this. I have no fears. Rector comes out positive. Crush middle for disrespect. Get him Animus of Speed. Yeah, I mean, this easy wins. Incredible. We always knew that this was going to work out in our favor for Relentless on Divinity, because once Rector gets going, he's unstoppable. My guy has 1,000 life. He cannot lose Relentless. Even if my entire backline dies in Relentless, it doesn't matter. So I do actually think middle floor was fine there as well. But we had the tools for top floor, and I planned around it, so I just kind of autopiloted, and I think it worked out. I'm not mad about how that played. No, that's fine. All good. A really solid run. Honestly, very bizarre. I think genuine Harvest Rector runs are unlikely. Pretty low scoring for... Yeah, pretty low scoring for a Trainwreck, but we'll take it. I didn't really leak all that much, right? I think the only leaks were, yeah, Ring 4... And then early on, all easy stuff. Damage I was happy to take. Yeah, the Rail Beater is pretty good. The Branded Warrior actually mattered. Alright, let me be clear. He was slaying. He generated a lot of rage in the end. It was good. It was good. But I think the real winner here is all just Wax and Spike, right? The multiple Wax and Spikes with big Ember drops. You have the Encased Ember. I even used the Pyre Chomper at one point. Were just really good drops of bonus damage. This is what you have to worry about with Branded Warrior or its infusion, right? Is seeding the damage on your floor. That's why I was looking for a Rage Imp. Because anything that can get the extra damage immediately is really powerful. So Wax and Spike does that. Of course, also our Wicklashes do that as well. They combine pretty well to make sure that our floor, one, doesn't burn out, and two, actually does damage. I'm also glad I didn't YOLO purchase that combustible wax. I mentioned it in the Divinity, but I wasn't really thinking too hard. I was just like, we're fine on the burnout, so I don't need more. I didn't even think about the interaction it would have had with the Remnant Host drafts, right? I was moving as quickly as I could. But honestly, I would only have considered combustible wax there anyway if I was at any risk of burning out. And I wasn't. We're so fast. We have double wax and spikes, essentially no cards in our deck, and then 2 Wicklashes, one of which is spell chained. We're fine. I didn't need any more. There was 0 risk. So I didn't even humor it. And it's a good thing I didn't. Some other important plays here that I think are fun. Firebox into a next cost card is good. I like that. The Perspective Collection of Tales Resonance Shard, thinking I might hit something, was kind of nice in the end. There weren't really better picks from these relic choices, so I'm not mad about it. The Dark Deal was great as well as a result. Huge damage jump. And the damage gets offset thanks to Vial of Tears, which Vial of Tears plus Branding Right is actually secretly nuts. For some reason, I thought Vial of Tears was 4 health, and it's because the Corrupted Cloud is 4 damage. I just forgot about this, I guess, that this is a heal 5. Pretty cool. It actually fully offsets Branded Right then, so great, amazing. The free Endless into the Remnant Host was huge. But seriously, removing all Dregs, removing all Train Stewards, removing all Queen Zimplings, and 2 Welder Helpers was just nonsense. That's what? That's what? 5-5, 4-2. So that really 16 cards? 16 removals from my Broken Wheel. that's pretty outrageous. You could almost name the episode 16 Removal Broken Wheel and ask how that happens. Is it actually 16? I'll have to look and make sure I'm not wrong. You start with 5 cards of each type, right? Let me math this out. You start with 22, which is champion plus 2 dead weights. Okay, that's 3. You get 6 in your opener for 9. And then it's 10-10-4. Is it 10-10-4? Or 5-5-4? Right? Because you get 4 train stewards. Odd why you get 4, I don't know, but you do. So 5-5-4 is 14 plus Yeah, I guess so. I'm like one off there for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because you get five in your opener, not six, right? Because you don't get two copies of the uncommon, so it's five. So you have 8 plus 14. Yeah, no, you get five of your starters. So that is genuinely five dregs, five queen zimplings, two welder helpers, right? That's and then four train stewards. That is 4, 2, 6. That's 16 card 16 removals from Broken Wheel is an incredible play. That is going to be the name of the episode. I mean, you get to this point. I've done the math. I'm going to do it. That's too impressive. It's just so unlikely that you see that. And then it's also very unlikely that you want to do that in a run where you see it and that you can get away with it. It's actually 17, right? Because I also removed an Apex Imp. Man, I would have been wrong. Someone would have commented on that. Oof, I got to be careful. Yeah, no, it's true. I cut an Apex Imp from that too. 17 removal broken wheel. Amazing. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go there. That's been a lot of fun. This is a really good episode. A very rare instance of Harvest Rector popping off. A tough line, but we had the pieces, right? So, anyway, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.